So as you may know by looking at my channel, I've been playing a little bit of Hi-Fi Rush. I mean, I say a little bit for the camera, but mainly solo. I've got a lot of hours in it and I've managed to 100% the game. So I thought, you know what, why not? Let's rank all the stages from worst to best. This is genuinely my opinion. And to be honest, I didn't really dislike any of the stages. It was more so one was better than the other. And honestly, that's about it. So let's get into it. Alright, now obviously this is a ranking of every Hi-Fi Rush stage, meaning there are spoilers for Hi-Fi Rush. So if you don't want the experience to be ruined first time, watch this video after you've played it. If you don't care, then watch anyway. I mean, that'd be cool. Gets me some watch time. But yeah, spoilers ahead. So if you don't want that, click off. And on we go. Okay, now coming in at number 12, it's track 5. I'm pretty sure a lot of you will agree with me on this one. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad stage, but it's kind of boring compared to the rest of the game. I mean, you're just sort of going about doing everyone else's chores because the laziest flip. We'll go with that. But yeah, nah, it's not. It kind of drags. That's all I can say, really. Yeah, that's about it. I'm going to move on to the next one. Coming in at number 11, we have track 2. Honestly, this is where the stages get good. I mean, it's the second to last one on the list, but you know, this is where they get good. Number 12 was just a mid stage. I've not really got anything to say about it. With this stage, you have to fight the head of production, Wrecker. Fun boss fight all around, and the stage, you know, it's pretty good. It's got moments in it which should replay a lot. However, obviously it is still an early stage, which means you're going to get bombarded with tutorials, even if you play the game multiple times like I have. Unfortunately, number 10 is track 9, the Mimosa boss fight. Honestly, I really enjoyed the boss fight. I know you're probably going to get mad that I've put it this low, but honestly, I've played the game, you know, 5 times over. And even on Rhythm Master, the boss fight was kind of easy. I mean, once you've nailed a strategy and you're parrying, it basically becomes child work. But, nah, the music's pretty fun in this stage. You know, this is the first time I mentioned music in a game all about music. But, yeah, that's about it. You know, it's a stage where you'd not mind replaying. But, you know, it's kind of easy. So, it's going to go lower than the other ones. So, let's move on to the next. Alright, now at number 9 we have track 6, which is the elevator stage. Compared to the rest of the levels coming up, this one's a bit, well, I think it's too quick, honestly. You know, it's pretty much over before you even do anything. There's about 3 fights and it's done, which honestly makes it a blessing to try an S rank because it's practically handed to you. But yeah, nah, that's about it. So let's go on. Coming in at number 8, we have track 3, which is the introduction to Zanzo. Honestly, I've got no problems with this stage. The music's fun, the characters are fun as hell in it. I mean, Zanzo's a JoJo's fan, so you're going to expect a lot of poses. That is practically his character. He'll do all sorts of poses. It just makes me question why Kayla even bothered to hire him. He doesn't seem smart, nor does he seem like he's capable of tying his own bloody shoelace. Funnily enough, number 7, we have track 7, which is the boss fight with Corsica. Honestly, I love this stage quite a bit. The only problem with it is playing it through multiple times, especially on Rhythm Master. There's bits where you'll have to hope the combo doesn't die. But I think the only problem I have really with it is that it drags on a bit, but the boss fight makes up for it at the end. I love Negotiation, the original song for the boss fight. The crescendo is fun as hell, it's great, and Corsica's just all around a cool character. Great addition to the team. So, let's move on to number 6. At number 6, we have track 4, which is the, well, the stopping of Zanzo, really, of his malicious, evil, nefarious plans. So, you know, this stage is really smooth to go through, the music's great. There's funny moments in there, I've even put one on YouTube about the gift basket. The fights are fun, doesn't really drag on, and even at the end of the stage, when you do that final escape mission, ended up laughing my ass off when You jump out the window and you're flying through the air. The great song playing in the background. Obviously, I wasn't playing in streamer mode first time, so I was banging my head to the song playing. But I listened to the streamer mode version of the song and it's still really good. Yeah, let's move on. Coming in at number 5, we have track 1, which is the introduction to Hi-Fi Rush. I think it's done really well. You know, it introduces you to the game, well, smoothly. It shows you what you need to do, introduces you to Peppermint, you know, even introduces, well, I won't say introduce, well, actually it does introduce a Cockney massive robot you got to batter at the end of the level. And I thought that was really quite fun. It serves its purpose of getting you into the game. It really did with me, which is why I've placed this one higher than people would expect. Obviously, it's got tutorial levels. It's track 1, but obviously playing through that again and again, it can get annoying. But other than that, I don't really care. I mean, yeah, it's just a fun stage, man. So let's move on. Number 4, we have track 8. Now, there's a reason I placed this track in particular so high, and it's mainly because of the OST Through the Halls of History, and god damn does it slap. I'm gonna play a sample. Actually, mate, I'll probably put it through the video, can't lie. And even the footage in the background you're seeing is from that stage, because the music slaps that hard. And, you know, it introduces the fire-type enemies. You can use Corsica to, you know, put them out. And, it's great lead up to Mimosa. You're basically wrecking Vandelay Museum, which I found quite funny. Mainly because I take A-level history. I call it revision when I play that stage. So, you know, it counts for something as well as just chilling on a game. But yeah, no, that's all I've got to say. Music's great. Fun little level. And let's move on. Coming in at number 3, we have track 11. This is honestly one of my favourite build-ups to a boss fight in a game, really. So it just blends everything that's great about Hi-Fi Rush together. The music, the gameplay, the characters, even the comedy. I mean, there's bits where you'd have to run from Zanzo's robot, which finally gives him a purpose in the job place. And Cinnamon's like, "Oh, mate, I've hacked this panel for you. You can come through." And he gets blasted immediately. And then you get to play him. You get to play Cinnamon. Like, who doesn't want to play as the robot? You can jump and all sorts. He's probably stronger than Chai, can't lie. So, I'm rambling about Cinnamon. But back to the stage. You get to fight Zanzo's robot finally, as Kale's controlling it. Through the stage, it's very smooth. Everyone practically uses what they're great at and combines it together to get Chai through the stage and to the Vandelay Corporation to fight Kale. Let's move on. At number 2, we have the final track in the game, track 12. The boss fight with Kale. I mean, it's a really cool boss fight, I can't even lie. It's a great length, it's got stages, it's got the most fire song going. In a blink, I think it is, for the streamer mode, but I listened to The Perfect Drug first time, and bro, I was banging my head like it was no one's business. I think I've even put that, when I found out it was on Spotify, I immediately put it on, yeah. So, alright, back to the stage now. You get to play as the cat, which has been following you around like a Plague game. Actually, no, I love the cat. So, you finally get to play as them, you batter Kale a little bit as them, and then you obviously become Chai, and then you can absolutely lever him in a battle. So, it really does feel like a final boss. I mean, you go to the roof and all sorts of this massive evil corporation or whatever to save the day. So, yeah, it's really fun, man. Let's move on.
Confident now, kid.
Corsica? That wolf thing? Was not an expression!
at number 1, we have track 10. And what else do I have to say about this banging track? Honestly, I'll play it again and again. And the fact that this one stage is probably better than the majority of AAA nowadays is both amazing and sickening. Even the start up to the stage, I mean, you get fired out of a cannon to get into the building, and then the cannon misses, and you're in the cafeteria where all the robots are scranning, which is kind of funny out of context. They don't scran. But here they do. And Invaders Must Die by the Prodigy starts playing as you to the beat, you know. Hi-Fi Rush is all about to the beat. And then obviously as you progress through the level, you get to fight an accountant who is quite obviously a DeviantArt fairy. I mean, man's got more funds than the most of Manchester United. Yeah, so even I'm not even mentioning the boss fight other than that. The boss fight is mint. I mean, you got to fight a massive wolf, which is a reference to the Wolf in Wall Street, which I found pretty cool. Obviously, Chai underestimates this pretty short dude who's in charge of the money. So he goes in, says his shit, and he goes, right, I'm going to batter you. And Mr. Wolfman goes, nah, mate, bang. And obviously, because you're the main character, you end up winning somehow. But honestly, yeah, nah. Back to what I was saying. The reason why this is number 1 is the music blend, even the combat length of the fights as well, the boss fight. And when I have to replay this stage, when I've got to get me S ranks in it all, I do not sigh, I do not complain, I am ready. Honestly, I'm excited to replay that stage when I have to. And want to do. I feel like I'm playing it again for the first time, because obviously the difficulties go up and up, Wolf becomes harder. But yeah, honestly, I'll leave that there, because if I ramble for too long, this video is going to get far too long. Right, and that is where the video ends, and all I've got to say is like it or dislike it. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed, and if you didn't enjoy, please leave some criticism, because this is my 3rd time doing a voice sort of video. The first time was an Amori review. I suggest you check that out. I worked hard on that. And a top 10 favourite shows video I made. Well, because why not? So, yeah. That has been the ranking of my favourite to, well, least favourite to favourite Hi-Fi Rush songs. I've already said hope you enjoy. So all I'm going to say now is enjoy your day. Alright? So I'll see you all in a bit. Ta-ra!